Hey everyone, I hope you guys are enjoying the free title update for Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak and all the goodies that is brought along with it. In this video, I'm going to try to teach you how to go ahead and get full access to Apex Master Rank monsters which were introduced in this free title update. This is something that came to us as a bit of a surprise, as basically no one expected Apex monsters to become available in Master Rank. Capcom certainly didn't talk about this. This wasn't leaked. This wasn't like data mined. Basically, it just kind of showed up out of nowhere, and we now have access to Apex monsters in the Afflicted hunts. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description below for my previous video where I basically broke down how to unlock Afflicted 5-star or Anomaly 5-star quest through the investigations. And basically that is how you're going to have access to these Apex Master Rank monsters. It's going to be RNG. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt. I'm not a fan of it, but this is basically the hand that we're dealt. But just for a quick rundown, basically you need to get to Afflicted Investigations level 50. Once you do, Bahari is going to call you over in Elgato, and he's going to tell you basically that there's some new monsters available in the Afflicted Investigation quest that you need to go ahead and basically hunt. Then once you make your way down to the quest board and check down the Anomaly Investigations option, on the third one on the bottom it says Target, you're going to be able to see that there's monsters appearing there that were simply not available before. Monsters like Seregios, monsters like Astalos, Lunagaron, Tigrex, Diablos, Allmother, and many others. Essentially monsters that were not available in the first 50 levels of Anomaly Investigations. So basically, in order for you to be able to go ahead and get a quest for one of those monsters, you're basically going to have to search randomly to be able to get into a room where someone is hosting one of those quests. Eventually, once you get that hunt finished, you're going to have a pretty good chance to be able to get a copy of that very same quest added into your quest log, basically your Anomaly Investigation page. This is the 120 or so random RNG based quest that you're going to be continually getting. There's a pretty good chance that the first quest you get is going to be for an Apex Arceros. Basically, it seems to be like everyone who has spoken about this already, the first quest netted them either a random monster like Arceros or Diablos or Seregios or Lunagaron with an Apex Arceros attached to it. I got a Sonogre, but you're presumably going to get something different. Maybe you get the same, it's all RNG. Essentially, that's how it is that you get access to these Apex monsters. And at the same time, you end up getting access to Afflicted 5-star monsters. Now, I also spoke to someone already who basically said that they have access to an Apex Rathian hunt. So I haven't necessarily seen it, but they did say that they have it. So presumably, either all the Apex monsters are going to be available already through basically RNG, Apex Arceros, Apex Rathian, Apex Mitsuzune, Apex Rathalos, Apex Diablo, and Apex Sonogre, or maybe just a handful of them are. Again, this is still very early. We don't necessarily know just how many of them are available, but what we do know is that they do have separate drops as well. I'm going to be showcasing some of that on the screen right now, and basically what from the hunts that I've done with Apex Arceros, he seems to have different drops than he does in high rank as well. So that's also worth something considering as well. Now, another thing that people were asking me is if they have an Afflicted format, and I don't necessarily know. I haven't seen one so far. Maybe there is an Afflicted Apex Arceros, Afflicted Apex Rathian, etc., etc. We haven't seen them so far. Maybe the higher the investigation quest that you do, the higher they become. Maybe the eventually, the tougher those quests eventually are supposed to be getting. Maybe there is a chance for you to be able to get one of them in that regard. I don't necessarily know as of right now. Now, another thing that I certainly want to keep you guys informed on is the fact that in order for you to be able to have a better chance to be able to get more quests unlocked every single time you do one of these investigations, is that you want to make sure you gather materials that are glowing red full of curio. Essentially, when you're walking around in the map, making your way down to whatever afflicted monster it is that you're hunting in one of these investigations, you're going to notice that maybe a mining spot is glowing red with like curios around it or something. Make sure you mine it. You're going to notice that on the right side of the screen, you got a check plus mark, and whatever item you picked up is like extra a little bit different. Basically, those items are the ones that are continually helping you get more quests, and they help you gain more experience to level up faster. The more you level up, the better quest rewards you're going to be able to get, the tougher those monsters are going to get, and more quests become available. Eventually, you're going to have the chance, if you don't get it automatically, you're going to be able to get the chance to unlock more Apex monsters in this format. Now, do they actually show up in the Anomaly Quest tab 5-star option? I don't necessarily know. I haven't seen anyone so far mention that in the quest board, when you click on Anomaly Quest, 5-star becomes available. I haven't actually seen that. The only way you actually have access to 5-star monsters, and by extension the Apex versions of these Master Rank monsters, essentially is through the Anomaly investigations. So it doesn't necessarily seem like they're going to become just a normal staple hunt. It seems to be all based on the RNG. The better, higher rank you have, the more quests you unlock, the better chance for you to be able to go ahead and have access to these monsters through their very own RNG format. Now, I've seen a lot of comments already, basically people complaining about how it's kind of like a continual grind non-stop. I also mentioned in one of my posts that basically if you were looking to kind of like save scum your way into getting augmented armor boost for you to be able to go ahead and get a better skill, if you're using the augmenting armor option, you basically can't. They seem to be locked. Essentially, whenever you unlock the augmenting option for your armor, it automatically saves whatever rolls for skills and defense and resistances that you're gonna get. So there's basically no way to break that cycle that we know of as of yet. So you cannot necessarily save scum the way that we were doing the talismans. I made a video about that, a rather popular video about that, how I broke down basically how to save scum and be able to get god charms, or have a better chance to be able to get god charms. When it comes to this augmenting RNG for the armor, it doesn't necessarily seem to work that way. Whenever you unlock the option to be able to just get the skill, get the armor, or get the resistances, you're automatically locked into whatever cycle the game puts you in, and you cannot break out of it as of right now. So you cannot save scum for the armor RNG, and you cannot also save scum for talismans as well. They seem to have fixed that as well. So all in all, it seems like Capcom was paying attention at the end of the day, and the save scumming mechanisms that we had in the past are no longer going to be working heading into the future. So basically they're just relying on you to be able to find more RNG based quests to be able to not just get the monster that you want and keep leveling up those investigations and the research lab, but also essentially find the random perfect quest that you might actually need. I did notice that there are some extra conditions in some of the quests. Some of them require you to basically go on hunting with 2 people. You cannot bring in 4 people online. You're going to be just locked into 2. Some of them are going to have like you basically could only die 2 times. Some of them you can only die 5 times. Some of them have different like limited time modifiers. Certainly the place, the locale is going to change based on the quest. It's all RNG. So that's basically what they're trying to do. And in order for you to be able to find these Apex monsters, chances are, because I don't think you can actually search on them as you unlock them, you're basically just gonna have to get lucky and get into someone's hunt who has that monster, that Apex monster, for you to be able to go ahead and get it, or you just randomly get it through the results in the quest tab. It's just ridiculous, but it just seems to be what we have so far. But that's about all the information that I wanted to go over with you guys today. If you are brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up. And as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya.